Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table, where today we are celebrating with Tara, who is the paper snob here on YouTube, because she has reached 1,000 subscribers, and that's a big event. So she gave us a recipe, and we are to use some sort of stitching, our favorite color, buttons, flowers and leaves, and some aspect of the mood board that she shared. And so I went through an old scrapbook of mine and pulled out some ephemera and photos from 7th grade. And I am using 49 and Market Oceans collection. All I have is the paper and these acetate leaves. So I did bring in a couple other items. But here's what I'm including. Oh, there I'm showing you the recipe that I had written down. A letter from a teacher, a bookmark that she gave me with a special note on it, my report card from one of those years, some photos, and a newspaper article. That is not me in the photo in the newspaper article. I'm not sure what that student's name is. I don't remember, and it's not in the article. So I created a pocket by cutting a slit in the cardstock, and I put some really strong adhesive here, and I'm just putting a piece of white cardstock on the back, and that will create my pocket. That's not how I usually create a pocket, but I didn't want to cover up this gorgeous paper on the front with anything, so that's what I did. And I'm going to create a little strip here. From the mood board, it seemed like there was some sort of textured edge or notebook edge on there, so that's what I chose to use. And also 3 of the colors are represented: the dark blue, the lighter blue, and the green. So I'm going to glue on just a strip of the blue and then a strip of this notebook edge. I'm just marking it with a pencil so I can cut it the right length. And I apologize for the lighting. I'm trying to figure out the lighting with using my new glass board that I have, and I still have not. It does pretty well in the daytime, but at night I'm struggling, so I do apologize for the little bit of poor lighting today. So there, that decorates the edge of my pocket. And I'm deciding what to use for a photo mat. And I decided the blue on blue was just going to be too much blue. And blue is usually my favorite color to scrapbook with. I use a lot, especially navy blue. But I wanted to use these new Oceans leaves that I just got yesterday. So I opted to go with this lighter blue. And I decided to ink up some cardstock to match the leaves that are in this collection on this paper. And so I used Distress Oxides, peeled paint, and twisted citron. And in a moment you'll see that I actually stamp, here we go, on top of that with a script in Salty Ocean. And that seems to fit really well color-wise. I had to make my best guess at getting this matched up, and it's not too bad actually. The other one wasn't quite as wide, so I didn't need to add any additional stamping. So there, my stamping's done. I'm gonna let those dry because I did spritz them a little bit. Oh, I guess I already let them dry. There we go. So this photo is of my elephant collection on display outside the library at the middle school when I was in either 7th or 8th grade. And that was encouraged by this teacher. Her name is Mrs. Rensel. And then this is a picture of me that was taken in the library because I was student of the month. And I'm debating how I want to arrange these. I want room on the right side to do quite a bit of journaling, so I do end up switching how I have that situated. I'm going to use this piece from, oh, I don't even know. Sorry, I don't know which collection this piece of paper came from, but it is $49 to market. I wanted the paint swatches, and I'm going to split that in half and use it in 2 different places. One on the right, one on the left, pretty much as you see them there now. So the photo of me is going front and center on this pocket. There we go. And this was taken in 7th grade, and I wanted to do a layout commemorating my favorite teacher, Mrs. Rensel. She was my favorite teacher in middle school, and she really influenced me a lot and was a big encouragement to me, and I just felt like that deserved a page. So I pulled out some pieces from the Moonlit Garden collection that I'm using for the wedding, because I wanted some journaling spots on here, and I journaled in 3 different places actually on this layout. So you can see some there on the left, some on the right, and somehow my page got pulled down far enough so that you can't see the bottom of it. I'm sorry about that. I do move it up later. So we needed buttons on this layout as well. So I went through my stash and found 5 buttons in 2 different colors. And I'm just adding some string to each one. The stitching I did on the machine, and I used it on both of the places where I have the paint swatches. And there's the buttons, and just deciding where to put those. I used glue dots. I don't know if that was the best option. I don't know if a liquid glue would have been better, but I ended up just putting 2 glue dots behind each button. And 2 of them I tied in bows, the others tiny little bows, which was no small feat, and the others I just did a little knot. So my journaling says, middle school can be a tumultuous time for many students, but overall my years at Du Bois Area Junior High School were happy. I always liked school, academics came easily to me, and though I wasn't part of the popular group, I always had a small circle of good friends. A special teacher in middle school was Mrs. Rensel. I had her in both 7th and 8th grade. Her love of literature and history, her love for her students was obvious from day one. She had me bring my elephant collection to display at the library and selected me as Student of the Month. She helped me enjoy poetry, and I always felt safe going to the restroom near her classroom. And that was a big deal in middle school where I was, because some of the bathrooms, there were girls in there smoking, and they were intimidating, and especially as a 7th grader new to the school, I was pretty afraid to go in those restrooms. So I tried to always use the one near her room because I knew she kept an eye on it. And I was really grateful for that. So now I'm adding in these beautiful acetate leaves. I couldn't wait to use them. I knew they had to go on this page today. And I also am adding these rub-ons. They're just from a neutral package of rub-ons. There were some greens and browns in it. I found those on clearance on Amazon. I did a lot of spending in the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I think I better pause for a while. But here I'm just showing you some things up close. Congratulations again to Tara for reaching 1,000 subscribers. That's really exciting. I will have a link to her channel in the description box below, so if you aren't one of her subscribers, you can click on that and head over and be inspired by Tara. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your being here and your watching. If you would, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to have a comment from you. Thanks so much. Goodbye.